there's just a high resolution renderings, and there are a couple of ways, but the easiest way is the following. It's you go to the render image you want, teapot, and for large renderings, especially those that are big panels, you want to go to the printer option here, and you keep it at 300 dpi. If you want to go to 600, that's fine, but 300 dpi should be fine, and that should give you pretty much a good resolution rendering. The screen option, depending on how close you are, you're getting higher resolution or lower. But printer and 3 dpi, it's going to give you like a good resolution. Now it's going to take longer, so I would just either have patience, and obviously printer, and then you go to either best or high. Sorry. You can start in high. What I would do is printer draft to see again the lighting quality and so on, and then set it to higher best and send it. Just send it to render. If you actually send a draft option and then you take it to best, you can go afterwards to manage view. Sorry, where is this? Rendering cloud. And here you could do the step 1, 2, 3 that we talked about in another class to basically send it to a cloud service and do that rendering for you. But you need to set the settings here before, which is in the teapot. Okay. So printer 3 dpi, you can take it to 600 and see. That's a good resolution, 8000 by 400. You can always literally just if you change that, that's changing the height and the width here. So that becomes a little bigger, a little smaller. So that's also changing a little bit, but then you will have to zoom in and you will be almost in the same place. So, but that will increase a little bit the resolution. You don't have to do that, but notice how the size of your image is changing here. And then potentially, if you zoom in a little bit, whatever, to be in the same spot as you were before, the size stays, because what it's looking is at the size of the frame. No? So if you again make the frame bigger, you increase in the resolution, but of course you're changing the perspective. So what you need to do is afterwards either zoom or maybe walk forward or maybe change the lenses that we talked about. Here, increase, decrease focal length. So you want to keep that frame as big as you can to have a decent resolution. I think the 6000 was good before, but now it's in 12,000. So just work it out so you get that number as big as possible. Once you have these settings properly set, and with a draft or medium solution, you send the rendering, it looks good. If it doesn't look good, you say adjust exposure to make sure the lighting is good quality. Once all of that has been done, you put this to best or to high, close, and you go to view rendering cloud, because otherwise it's going to take too long. Step 1, 2, 3, basically you're going to render through their Autodesk computers, and there's going to take less time. No? So just to resume, a good practice for a good rendering, you test first with a draft or medium resolution, and printer maybe 300 to see how it looks. Make sure lightings are on, that it's interior sun and artificial, because you probably have artificial light, and the sky, whether you want the sky or you want an image to be in the background. Or somebody asked about whether I can put my own image afterwards in Photoshop. You can use transparent here as an option, which is another option. You can go to Photoshop afterwards and just place your own image. Or you can place a sky if it's something that you like, of different cloud options. So you render, it will look okay or not okay. So you most probably going to have to adjust the exposure, so a little brighter, a little darker. until you have the perfect fit. You close that and you say, now I'm going for the final render. That's how you go to higher best. You go to 600 if you want, and you make sure that this number is as big as you can. That number relates to the frame. So you might want to change the frame or not. I will probably change that before I do the draft view. But the bigger the frame, the bigger the resolution. And of course, you might need to do some zooming in or panning or some walking forward or whatever it is. As long as you don't change the frame, the resolution is not changing here. And once you have those settings, 600 printer, a decent size number here. You have the sky style and the interiors and artificial, and you did already the adjust exposure. You're happy about it. You don't render again because it will take you forever. You can leave the computer on and rendering for a long time, but what you can do is just go to view, rendering cloud, and again, as we've talked once, you can say, I want this view render one. I want it to be with the options that I have set in the computer, and then just notify me when the image is ready, and you will have it in the web. You can download it and place it in the panel number 3. I'm not sure if Madeline, you did this. Let me stop.
Yeah, I definitely didn't do that, and I think that's why it